Here's the problem what Nintendo's doing now. Nintendo is blocking soundtracks to the game again. Yep. They have been doing this actually for the past 4 to 5 years, but nobody is really talking about it, so Nintendo does it anyways. So Nintendo is blocking the classic soundtracks on Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time and many other games. But of course, Nintendo does not provide any alternatives for you. Nintendo could easily put them on Spotify or something, or put them on there yourselves. Again, Pokemon has been doing that. If they put their own soundtracks on the newest games. Some of them, like Sky Tower, they put that on their channel. But most of the Nintendo music is not on there. Most of Nintendo music is there's no alternatives for 99% of Nintendo music basically. It was like those two or three exceptions like Sky Tower for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX was just put on there by the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon developers. There. But this why is a bigger problem. Not just the people who upload them themselves to YouTube, but the people who put that music in the videos. There are lots of people who put music from, let's just say, Mario, Pokemon, Earthbound. Most PokeTubers have songs from Pokemon games in them, for example, in the videos as background music. So you're telling me that Nintendo is going to go after all of the PokeTubers, all of those groups of people for uploading soundtracks to YouTube because they use them as the background videos. For example, there are many YouTube channels that I know that are Pokemon YouTube channels that have Pokemon music in the background because they like the Pokemon because obviously they like the Pokemon soundtrack and they put in the background of the video because they want to have background music. Okay, another example is Nintendo channels themselves, Smash Bros. Channels and Nintendo channels. Smash channels use Smash Bros. Music in the background of the channels, or the favorite songs from the music in the channels, you know, and it's not just people who upload soundtracks. It's many channels that are going to be hurt by this. There are tons of memes of Mario 64 music in it. Tons of meme compilations where someone uploads a meme with, for example, Die Die Docs from Mario 64 or Bob-omb Battlefield. Those are two pretty common songs that are used. Or, Gerudo Valley from Ocarina of Time. That's another pretty common song that is used in meme compilations or Earthbound music, especially Earthbound music is used a lot in meme compilations in some people's videos. Earthbound videos are used a lot in people's videos. A lot of people use these types of music. It's not just the people who upload just the soundtrack straight ripped from the Nintendo games. Again, Nintendo does own these songs, so they have the legal they do have the legal right to take down the songs. But it's going to hurt not just the people who upload the songs, like my second channel. It's going to hurt actual creators who use Nintendo Music because they say, "Oh, Nintendo's not gonna take me down for using Nintendo Music in my video." Or even if you play a Nintendo game and you want to put, and most people usually do, put the music from the Nintendo game in the videos. Anybody who plays a Nintendo game, even gaming Nintendo channels, they usually leave the soundtrack in the background of the video. They don't turn off the music because in the games, most people you leave the soundtrack in the games because they know that the companies, unless it's like an actual copyrighted soundtrack, by because they know the music industry is complete crap. They'll copyright you if you have like a 1 second of the song in the video as well, which is complete crap. Okay, which makes playing some games like Borderlands 2 or Fallout 3, pretty difficult because you have to turn off the music of the game because you don't want these music conglomerates, these music monopolies, to copyright you. And that's another big problem, is just those music monopolies in a nutshell, but we could talk about those guys later. Warner Chappell, UMZ, those guys, Dell, because they don't want you to put, those songs in the video, even though it's free advertising for the music. No. And then I could go over if there's examples of videos being blocked there as well, the soundtracks being blocked as well. But this is a problem, for many videos that use Nintendo music in the many YouTube channels that use Nintendo music and meme compilations and just videos in general, they use Nintendo music as well. So Nintendo has been very, very, very bad on its fans again. We thought Nintendo would have gone over this. We thought Nintendo would have gone over this. So this was followed by Nintendo talking in Smash Bros. Mod videos. People were actually saying that, oh, Coach Bros. Mod being taken down. That was proof that Coach Bros. Was in Smash Bros. No, it's Nintendo that's saying, okay, fans, you're not allowed to make a mod for our game. Screw you, basically. Screw you. You can't make a mod for our game. Okay, you can't give free advertising for our games, or ban us, Hyrule Warriors in Australia and Japan, which is absolutely ridiculous. Cancellation of Splatoon 2. And of course, let's not forget Free Melee. That as well. And it's not the Silver Gunner that's going to be taken down. And yes, he didn't get copyright striked. His video just got blocked. If your video gets blocked, that means no one can watch your video, essentially. It's basically not being able to watch a video. It's if you're not able to watch the video if the video is blocked. You don't get copyright strikes. So at least Nintendo's being And again, this was a year ago, 2019, and then an update for this. A few hours ago, Mario Kart Wii, the entirety of Mario Kart Wii has been blocked by YouTube. Okay? And there's a lot of people who use Mario Kart Wii soundtracks in their videos as well. Wii Sports is another game. Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. Okay? Why does Nintendo have to do this to people? Okay? And it won't just stop with him, of course. As well. It's yet to be revealed whether streamers or just content creators in general will be affected by this stuff. But yep, being handed out here, this is just another problem here, and of course Nintendo's not gonna listen. They don't ever listen to the fans. Okay, let's look at the Smash Bros. Community. Okay, Nintendo. Quote-unquote fans have been requesting some of these characters for a long time. We can just go over the Smash Bros. Community or the Pokemon community. Game Freak is an entirely different entity. They don't act the absolute worst. We don't have to explain why Game Freak is the absolute worst. But Game Freak, I think, operates differently from Nintendo. But yeah, it's Free Melee, the Big House Smash Bros. Tournament for using a mod. Basically, they use a mod so they can target the mod community of Smash Bros. Because they don't want you to make a mod for Smash Bros. This is stupid. They used to be allowed to mod your own games. Okay, Nintendo's going, people used to be allowed to make a Shrek mod or a Dragon Ball mod. And even in Smash Bros, it took until the fifth Smash Bros game that Nintendo finally say, okay, we'll finally listen to fan requests and put characters that you guys have been wanting in Smash Bros. Okay, you look at the most requested characters in USA, Japan, and EU. Nintendo has to appeal towards all the regions, of course, and of course other regions like the Latin America and stuff. They have to appease towards every single region on the face of the planet, which is pretty hard because not everybody's gonna be happy, but they have to do it to please every single region on the world. So, some of these characters that were added were actually very, very, very requested characters. Ridley, Simon, King K. Rool, as well. And then we go to the DLC characters. So all these characters are very, very requested characters. Okay. Hero, Japan, Banjo-Kazooie, USA, Terry, Latin America, even Byleth was pretty requested in Japan. Not many people really wanted Bin Bin. Steve and Sephiroth are both very much wanted characters in USA, EU, and Japan. Sephiroth is one of the more highest requested characters in Japan as well. One of the most highest requested characters with Byleth in Japan. So, at least Nintendo's listening somewhat to all of the audiences here. Wouldn't be surprised if the next character is requested by USA and EU. The next character after that is Japan. And then the last character is probably somewhere that Nintendo said, okay, another Fire Emblem character. We all love Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is so amazing. It's an amazing franchise in Nintendo. And we'll probably get a 9th Fire Emblem character because Nintendo loves that franchise so much. They love it even more than any other franchise in the face of the planet. But yep, and yeah, And also, we're already halfway through the Fighters Pass as well. So, yeah, Nintendo, Nintendo needs to stop, taking down soundtracks of gaming videos. Okay, people should be, there's no alternatives to, you know, Nintendo soundtracks. Okay, there's no alternatives to these soundtracks. There's no alternatives. Now everybody's talking about Smash Bros, but Free Marin's Free Platoon, how Nintendo's killing the competitive scene. I don't really care about the competitive scene of gaming, but there are people who do watch that stuff, watch competitive scenes of games, you know. And yes, people are still buying Nintendo games and Nintendo consoles, but they're really hurting the hardcore audience. But again, Nintendo has always been doing this. They always are so behind of the times. You know, it took they still Nintendo consoles still don't have a actual voice chat feature. You have to talk to people using your phones. Like really, Nintendo, you just can't have a normal online chat feature in your consoles. Okay, Joy-Con drift is another thing. Again, that's another problem with Sony as well. Sony has had the same problem with that drift. Sony is the same, is just as bad as Nintendo. It was like The Last of Us Part 2. They were so worried that people would criticize The Last of Us Part 2 that they'll only criticize they'll only take down Smash the Last of Us weeks if people were criticizing the game. Of course, if people were praising the game to no end, Sony would have never taken down those videos. So Sony is no better than Nintendo when it comes to this stuff, taking down videos of people on YouTube for Chris. But Sony does it is even worse because they're only allowed one train of thought, when it comes to their games, which shows how bad and horrible Sony is. And who knows what same thing could happen in God of War Ragnarok. Sony will take down weeks because they don't want people criticizing the games, which is absolutely absurd. Again, this is a problem that YouTube and all these companies give these companies so much power over the audiences. It started with the music industry and now it's starting with the gaming industry. YouTube is like, okay, Cyberpunk 2077 developers, all these websites like, okay, you guys can take down, okay, all these, leak videos because, because we don't want to be disappointed with you. We don't want gamers to be disappointed with our games. So we gotta take down every single video possible that, is putting any sort of screenshot. Because, we don't want them, because we don't want to be seeing stuff that might be different and different of what the games say. There, it's absolutely, and Nintendo is doing like is like the probably one of the worst of these because Nintendo is removing videos containing its soundtracks here. Copyright claims to YouTubers using Mario and Zelda music. Again, it's a silver gunner. Those videos are very old as well. The silver gunner videos. But this is a problem that Nintendo is causing. And again, if this would be perfectly okay if Nintendo provided an alternative. But again, Nintendo, of course, like always, provides no alternatives to these music. What will happen will stop when meme compilations start getting taken down because Nintendo doesn't want people using or get blocked because Nintendo does not want people using soundtracks in YouTube. Even though it's their fault, they have no other, there's like no other alternatives to the music, so, to listen to it, outside of people uploading them. And these people who upload the soundtrack, they don't monetize the videos at all. And they're not, I don't think even YouTube allows them to monetize them as well, channels that do this. Most of these channels don't even make money off of putting these soundtracks on YouTube. So Nintendo is hurting nobody. Nintendo's just doing it because they want to piss off everybody. Because they're gonna find a way that, we're doing so successful. We're gonna piss off all of YouTube. That's what happened. Another problem with the reason why the Wii U failed was because Nintendo was not allowing YouTubers who could have saved Nintendo Wii U. They could have saved the Wii U, but nope. The Nintendo had to copyright strike every YouTuber. Lots of YouTubers who played the games again. And it was back in 2014 when gaming on YouTube was a very new thing, and Nintendo was basically taking down every video or lots of videos related to gaming. Like for example, a lot of people want to play Mario Kart 8 on the YouTube channel, but Nintendo wanted to take it down. So Nintendo basically, since the Wii U advertising was so horrible, Nintendo's like, we don't care. Our console's gonna fail, but at least YouTubers won't be able to upload videos to a channel. And it took them until like the Nintendo Switch years to actually say, okay, fine, YouTubers, you guys can upload games related to our video games. You guys can finally upload videos. So this probably will take a while for Nintendo to realize, hey, fine, you guys can upload soundtracks as long as you guys are not monetizing it. Dale, we might claim your videos so you don't so you can't monetize it, but it's still a better alternative than just blocking or moving the videos outright. So that's basically it. Goodbye. Guy. So there's no safe alternative out of this, basically, what I'm telling you at the end of this video. Most of these videos, I'm talking about the ones that are completely just straight ripped the soundtracks, just I bet Nintendo will probably make an exclusion for background soundtrack videos because it's not really hurting anyone if someone putting a Nintendo soundtrack. But who knows? This story might develop and might get worse. Nintendo might just go after other mini channels, and this will probably be a thing that will be resolved by in the courts against YouTubers. Wouldn't be surprised. Goodbye.